Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sammy, and for today's video we're going to be doing a 24-hour readathon, and it is my very first one, so I'm super excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous just because I don't know what to expect from this video. For me, I should say. So I will be setting a timer for 24 hours, and then I will stop it every time I eat, run errands, shower, anything like that, and then start it again once I start reading. I know there's a few different methods where you can do the 24-hour readathon. However, I will be doing this method. It is a lot later than I usually start my videos, so it is 8:27 p.m. I randomly decided to start it. I'm literally ready for bed. I showered, I moisturized, I'm in bed in my pajamas, and I was like, you know what, why don't we start it? I wouldn't consider myself like a fast reader. I think I'm more slower. I just take my time reading. Eventually I would like to be able to read 6-7 books, but again, I am new at this, so this is my first one, so I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, and I just want this to be fun. The book that I am currently reading is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Right now I am on chapter 18. I read this book in my last vlog, but for some reason I just haven't been able to finish it, and I've been reading it for almost a month. So we're gonna get started. We're back, and I got up to chapter 22. I was able to listen to I think 3 chapters, so we're just going to continue reading. On Spotify it says there's 5 hours and 15 minutes left, 50% complete. Chapter 22. I just finished This Summer Will Be Different, and surprisingly, I really did like this book. It took me a while to get into it at first, not gonna lie, but once I got into it, it was really cute. I really did enjoy this book. And on our timer, we still have 21 hours and 23 minutes left. Now, I am gonna get some breakfast before we pick out our next book. I have not eaten anything, and I am starving. So let's eat breakfast, and then we'll pick out the next book together. We are in my extra room, which is kind of just like storage, but I keep my bookshelf here. I am going to organize this shelf. It's going to be in another video, so keep an eye out for that. So these are all my recent buys, which I kind of want to read one that I've had on my bookshelf for a while. So as much as I want to read all of these, I'm going to put these off for now, but pick one from one of these. So I saw this show on Netflix for this book. I do want to watch the show, but I want to read this before I watch the show, so I'm gonna start reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm excited to start this book. I've heard really good things about this series, but before we do, since I did finish this one, it's time to stamp my book and put it in my finished bookshelf, so let's do that. Update. I am on chapter 9, page 76, and I'm loving this book. I'm obsessed. I love crime, documentaries, mysteries, anything like that. I'm obsessed. And I'm only on chapter 9. If you guys don't know, which I'm sure you guys do, this is a story about a guy, Sal, that was found murdered in the woods. But he was dating this one girl, Andy, who is missing but presumed dead because they haven't found anything on her, so they just assumed that, she's dead, and that he was the one that killed her, and that he committed suicide because he killed her. But Piper, I think I'm saying her name, is it Piper? No. Pip. But Pip thinks that he's innocent. So she's basically trying to interview people and ask people, Sal's friends, if they think that he actually did commit the murder, and she's getting all these different answers from all his friends, and she's kind of like realizing that their answers don't align with each other. She has her list of people that she thinks could be a suspect. So it's really interesting, and I am loving this book so far. I'm hoping I can finish it today because it's really good. Right now, for me, it's at like a 5-star. So I'm gonna keep reading because I wanna know more. It's just really interesting because I have my own list now and I'm only 9 chapters in. I feel like there's this one character that I don't trust, but I've only seen her maybe once or twice, but still, I don't know. One character, something about her, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. You guys. Okay, I just got to chapter 20. I put my bookmark because I'm hungry now. It's 1:15 and I want to get some lunch. I just updated my Goodreads app and it says I'm 40% done, so I still have a little bit more to go. I really think I'm gonna finish this today, guys, by this afternoon, because every time I feel like I know what's gonna happen or I know who's involved, like somebody else comes and it's like, oh, maybe they're the ones that did it or that were involved. Now it's like I don't even know what to think. I don't know, but this is so good. This is so good. That is what we're at, 19 hours and 21 seconds. They also have it on Spotify, so I'm gonna listen to it while I get my steps in. You guys, I knew it. They're all liars. They're all liars. I knew it. I knew not to trust this person. These 2 people specifically. Oh my gosh. Chapter 28, guys. Woo! I did not see that coming. No way. No way. 41. So now I'm curious to see how it happened. You get me? I don't want to spoil anything, but oh. Okay, let me keep reading. Five stars. 5 stars. For sure. For sure. This book, you guys, I started the video with nails. I literally took them off because I was just like biting like my nails the whole time, trying to figure out who did the murder, why did they do it. This is the first time ever that I finish one book in one day. This is so good. Oh, thank you, Popeyes. I know there's more books and I can't wait. Like, this is a series that I'm gonna continue because honestly, you guys, this is so good. Let's go stamp this book and put it on my shelf. Good morning, guys. It is now the following day. It is Tuesday, and we have 15 hours and 28 minutes left. Right now, I'm on chapter 5. I did listen to it on our walk this morning, so I only read 1 chapter last night, and then I was really tired. I don't know why, because I didn't do anything. I was just reading all day. I'm gonna start reading today. So it's 10:30. We have 14 hours and 14 minutes with 24 seconds left of this readathon. I am on chapter 15 of the book. So far, I am enjoying it. I feel like we're getting to the good part. So basically, if you don't know what this book is about, so it's about 3 brothers and their grandfather dies, so in order for them to get their portion of like the money, they have to complete these tasks. So we have Rowan, who's the guy, and then Zara, who's the girl. So far is really good. I know there's 3 books to the series. I only have the first one, so if I like it, I might continue it. I find it really easy to read. I think this is my first Lauren Asher book, but her writing is really good, really easy to read. I can understand what I'm reading. It is 12:38. I am on chapter 34 and I just updated my Goodreads progress and it says I'm 62% done, so just a little over halfway through the book. 12 hours left and 18 minutes. Got 10 hours, 50 minutes left, and 25 seconds. And I just finished the book. It was so cute. It was really cute. I liked how he had to prove himself for her to give him another chance, and he worked for it. He really did. Let's go get our 4th book, but let's stamp this one first. I'm gonna read this book next, You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hagel. And this is my first book by her. I haven't read anything of her, so this will be very fun, very exciting. So let's get started. I just got out of the shower and I am on chapter 4 of You Deserve Each Other. I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and read. I've actually been listening to it. From what I am getting so far is husband and wife, they're not doing so well, and I guess this is the story of how they like fall in love with each other all over again. Right now we're like the very beginning and they're like planning the wedding and everything, and at the moment they're not entirely all lovey-dovey. It's just kind of like they're tolerating each other because they have to while they're planning the wedding and everything. I'm excited to see how they fall back in love with each other, like what they do. Everybody has their own love language, so I'm excited to see like what he's gonna do for her and what she's gonna do for him so they can fall in love. And it literally says back here, lovers to enemies to lovers. It's exciting. So I'm gonna read a little bit more. It is 7:58, so it's about to be 8 p.m. and I have 10 hours and 2 minutes left of this readathon. Hey guys, good morning. I am so sorry I did not update you yesterday. As of right now, we have 2 hours and 46 minutes left of the readathon, so we're almost done. And right now we are on chapter 19. This book does have 21 chapters, so I'm almost done with it. However, I have not actually been reading it. I have been listening to it because I have been pretty busy. Yesterday, I did not really have the time to sit down except in the morning to read, so I listened to it pretty much all day. If I were to listen to it, I have an hour and 21 minutes left, but I think I'm just going to finish reading the last 2-3 chapters that I have left, so I feel like I can finish it way before an hour. So let me finish this and then I'll update you afterwards, okay? I've officially finished You Deserve Each Other, and I like the ending. I like the second half of the book a lot better than the first half. Now let's go ahead and stamp the book and then we'll put it on the bookshelf. it! I am on page 174 of the Kiss Potion. Obviously, I did not finish the book. I didn't think I was gonna finish it, but I am so proud of myself. I honestly didn't even think I was gonna get through like three and a half-ish books. Honestly, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of reading. I don't think I've ever done that much reading ever in my whole life. I've never finished one book in a day, and I did it twice. I'm gonna go get ready for the day, and then we will talk about all the books that I read. Let's talk about the books that I read for the 24-hour readathon. First book I read was This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I did have a hard time getting into this at first. I think it's mainly because I was kind of like in a reading slump. I didn't really feel like picking anything up. And so I figured, why not do a readathon and try to force myself to read the book. Once I started reading it, I thought it was really cute. This is about our main character Lucy and Felix, and her best friend Bridget is Felix's sister. So they go to this island where Bridget's family is, and you know, they have a house and everything, so she goes to visit every summer. And for the past 5 summers, her and Felix have kind of had this like secret relationship. Obviously Bridget doesn't know about that, and so when they see each other, it's a little bit harder for them to kind of like keep it a secret. And of course Lucy doesn't tell Bridget because she thinks that, you know, she's gonna be upset. It is her brother after all. I would rate this maybe like a 3.5 star for me, just because it was a little confusing at first to me. And again, this is just a me thing. Like, I was having a little bit of a hard time going from like the past to the present and then trying to like figure out all that stuff. But again, that's just a me problem. That's not the author or anything, it's just me. But overall, it was a really good story. I would recommend this to people. This is very fun, very summery, and of course I picked it because of that reason. So that was the first book that I finished. The next book that I picked and read was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. And guys, this whole book, I've never read a book, an entire book, in one day. So I was really into the story, and I started watching the show like right after I finished the, excuse you. Started watching the show right after I finished the book. This was like a 5-star read for me. Like, it kept me guessing. I was so sure it was this one character, but when they revealed, you know, the one main suspect, I was like, what? I did not see that coming. If you guys noticed at the very beginning of the video, I had my nails on, and by the time I finished reading this book, they were off. I was so anxious. It literally felt like I was in the story, like trying to solve the murder with them, and it was just so much fun. Loved it. Next book that I read was The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, and this is part of a series, so there are 2 more books, I believe. Rowan is her boss, Zara is his employee. This gave me very like grumpy, like Sunshine. Zara, her personality is like super outgoing, super friendly, very trusting, and then we have Rowan, who's like, I don't trust anybody, don't talk to me, leave me alone. It was a lot of fun seeing how she kind of helped him view things differently, and how she helped him help other employees, you know, based on what they were going through. And she just made him realize, you know, that everybody has a story, everybody doesn't have everything that Rowan has. Again, he's like a billionaire, he has everything, he doesn't have to worry about anything, you know, he's not living paycheck by paycheck like a lot of these, you know, people are. And so she kind of helps him like realize that. It was really nice seeing that, and I really did enjoy this book, and I will continue the series. So I would rate it 4 stars. Next book, You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hagel. This one, I think while reading this book, I kind of realized I don't like reading about like miscommunication. Let me explain. This book is about Naomi and Nicholas, and they are engaged, and they're just not on the right path right now. Like, they're arguing, they're constantly like getting into arguments about every single little thing, and they're kind of like making each other upset and kind of making the situation worse. And at one point, he sends her flowers and she like burns them because she thinks that he's trying to like kill her, like poison her. Obviously that wasn't the case, so I didn't enjoy that part where it was like, if you just talk to him, it could easily be fixed. The first half of this book was mainly all that, like them going back and forth, and you know, them kind of like assuming she'll do this or he's gonna do this, when in reality, like, neither of them knew what the other one really wanted. I was like, you guys, like, just sit down and talk, like, just talk it out. Like, however, the second part of the book, on how they were trying to like figure out how to like get back to each other and doing little acts of service here and there, and how they fell in love again. That part I did enjoy. I did enjoy that part. So the second half of the book I really enjoyed. It was them trying to figure out how to basically save their like future marriage. You know, they're engaged, they're supposed to get married, and honestly, while they did it, it was very cute. It was very romantic. The majority of the book I spent listening to it. I'd say like 90% of it I was listening to it. I only read the first chapter and then like the last 2 or 3 chapters. So overall, it was a good story. Again, the whole miscommunication, that's just a me thing. Again, not the author. So if you know you like that and you're into that, this would be a good book for you. But I wasn't a fan of that. I just feel like if there's a problem, talk it out. Stop assuming what the other person thinks because you don't know. But again, that's just me. I don't know. Don't come for me, please. I think I would give this 3 stars. So those are all the books that I read for this 24-hour readathon, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super exciting for me to try something different and kind of go out of my comfort zone a little bit. I really did enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. In total, I read 4 books. I'm not counting the current one that I'm reading. I read This Summer Will Be Different, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, The Fine Print, and You Deserve Each Other. So these are the 4 books that I read. That is all I have for you guys today, and let me know if you guys like these types of videos. I will be more than happy to make more in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!